Hey y'all, it's Dr. Jonathan again, and welcome to another live 12 at 12. It's 12 p.m. Mountain Time in the USA, and I was trying to figure out how many days that my family and I have been in quarantine, and I think we've been doing this for 2 weeks, actually, my family, which means really not going anywhere except the absolute essential places, basically the store, grocery store, and we've cut down to an extreme minimum, and outside in nature. And we are very fortunate because we have a backyard in the home that we rent. So without any further delay, because this is 12 at 12, so whenever you're listening to this, you should know that I'm doing this daily and that it's always about 12 minutes, so more or less. Usually I go over. Why don't we catch our breath before we start? Today is a very special topic to me. I think there's lots of important lessons in a short amount of time waiting for us. But first, as with all things that are good and important, let's take a moment to stop before we rush in. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. If it helps, you can put one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose and then out through your mouth as long as you possibly can. So you're breathing out until your stomach muscles contract. And then in, just a relaxed breath in. And then breathing out through your mouth as long as you can. When you get to the end of the breath, breathe out more. Imagine you're just pushing out anything you no longer need in your life, in yourself, in your body. Feel how quickly you settle down. Even if your days have been slow and empty, the mind can be fast and full. The heart can be cluttered and full. But with the breath, we can descend into the stillness that we all carry, the stillness that connects us to a place that is endlessly resilient, endlessly wise, and always aware of the love and connection we are a part of. So I'm going to invite you to continue with your eyes closed, if you like, working with your breath until I finish sharing this reading with you. So breathing out as long as you can, and then just a relaxed breath in. So this is actually a prayer that was found in the Journal of a Confederate Soldier in the United States. And I'm not going to modify it so it's politically correct, but it's beautiful just the way it is. And I'm going to invite you to just hear this from where you sit today. I asked for strength that I might achieve, but I was made weak that I might learn humbly to obey. I asked for health that I might do greater things, but I was given infirmity that I might do better things. I asked for riches that I might be happy. I was given poverty that I might be wise. I asked for power that I might have the praise of people. I was given weakness that I might feel the need of God. I asked for all things that I might enjoy life. I was given life that I might enjoy all things. I got nothing that I had asked for, but everything that I had hoped for. almost despite myself, my unspoken prayers were answered. I, among all people, am most richly blessed. So I welcome you to come back from that, which is just magnificent. If that's not life and all we need to know in a nutshell, I don't know what is. Unfortunately, I don't have a good reference for it. It's just known as the Prayer of an Unknown Confederate Soldier. I did find it in this book, Prayers for Healing, which I can't recommend enough for the times that we're in and what we are going through in these days of worldwide pandemic. So without a lot of delay, because there's not a lot of time, left in our short time together, I find my thoughts and my sharing with other people turning to a perspective that I have long shared when helping people to understand what the spiritual journey is and why it matters. So years ago, when I was the spiritual director at Canyon Ranch Health Resorts, and I would speak to groups and teach on a weekly basis quite regularly throughout the week, one of my favorite talks that I would do was for their Life Enhancement Center. And this was for a group of people that would come for a 7-day immersion in total life transformation. And we would talk about, so I was one of the first speakers, and we would talk about how the whole self is necessary for well-being. A healthy relationship to our intellect and mind, a healthy relationship to our emotions and feelings, a healthy relationship to our body and physical experiences, but that the foundation of it all is really our spirituality. That when we're rooted in a clear, evolving spiritual identity or spiritual path, then we find that we make more sustainable, vital, vibrant decisions in these other areas of our life. Our spiritual journey gives us the perspective and the resilience we need to face anything, most of all crisis, stress, loss, and the unexpected. But a lot of people who were coming to this program weren't specifically interested in spirituality or didn't have a specific background to draw from. Even if they had a religious upbringing, the idea of spiritual wellness wasn't really clear. And so the way I would help people understand what spirituality is to ask them to simply consider 3 critical questions. Who am I really? What relationships matter most? And what is truly important? Who am I really? What relationships matter most? And what is truly important? If you write those 3 questions down, who am I really? What matters most? And what relationships are truly important? And you return to them again and again and again throughout your quarantine or restricted life or whatever exactly it is you're going through, even if it's illness, even if it's extremes of financial distress, if you return to these 3 questions, you will discover that your life has been cluttered by things that other people have wanted for you. And that in the absence of a deep listening relationship to the true spirit of life, call it what you will, consciousness, God, energy, spirit, mystery, existence. In the absence of that first relationship, we fill our lives with all kinds of things, all kinds of busyness, all kinds of expectations that we don't really need. I had an experience the other day because I am now building a new schedule and calendar with online programming and online groups that are coming up soon, classes I'll be teaching through the Althea Center Denver Facebook page, courses that will be helpful for people facing this strange time. And what I found myself doing in order to fill that schedule was to empty my schedule first. And it was such an interesting experience to go day after day after day, because with a busy life like mine, every day is scheduled, even if it's just family time or drive home or exercise. I mean, even the pleasures of life are scheduled in my calendar. And slowly I wiped it all clean before I could fill it back up again. And in a similar way, you might consider that this time that you are in is inviting you to wipe your life clean. Consider all that you are losing, all that is being taken away, as a most extraordinary opportunity. For me, it's a gift. Now, it doesn't mean that this gift isn't coming with a lot of hardship for a lot of people. It is. It doesn't mean that there isn't a lot of pain and suffering. There is. But the only life we can live is our own. And the only thing we can consider in life is that we are all here to be our most full and complete selves and to learn along the way. And so as you consider what matters most and you strip away all the things that are really non-essential, we hear this phrase, non-essential businesses, non-essential work, again and again and again, but I'm going to encourage you to let those words be a trigger, an inner trigger, as you consider in your own life. Is what I do essential? Are the people I relate to normally essential? Are my thoughts and behaviors and attitudes all essential? And if not, why not? Why wouldn't I want all the energy of my life to be flowing, pouring into the things that are life-affirming, soul and self-affirming, spirit-affirming, connecting me with creation through that which is most essential to me? The alternative is clutter, busyness, drama, and all the distractions that we are generously given so that we don't have to feel the pain and discomfort of returning to what's essential. Because if you have built habit upon habit of caring for others, catering to others, shaping your life around our conditioned needs and the expectations of others, then there will be some discomfort as we return to the essence of who we are and what matters most. When you think about the reading that I started with, every single transition this author writes about was a painful one, obviously, and yet every single result was a gift, a cherished, life-affirming, extraordinary gift that clearly leaves him filled with love, resilience, and the faith that no matter what he faces, he can get through. And that's my hope for you. That's my wish for you. That you would use this time to strip away, to allow things to be stripped away that are not essential, that are not necessary, not absolutely needed. And don't resist or fight that. Embrace that. Question that. Savor it. And return to the questions again and again. Who am I really? What matters most? And what relationships are truly important to me? As we come to a close, what I want you to consider or recognize is that the deeper you go with these questions, the further you live them, each day you will discover that they spiral outwardly from the most narrow and contracted answers. I am most important. My family's most important. My work colleagues are most important, until a place where we go beyond what we've ever imagined. I discover in time that I am everything I see. I am the waters of the ocean. I am the air of the sky. I am spirit beyond perception. We look at who is most important, and the same spiral unfolds. the people that do things for me, the people I'm related to, and eventually it rolls outward and outward until we see all beings as precious. And of course, the same, what matters most, what is truly important. And we find that it comes to this moment. It comes to our present moment, the choices we make, the connection we feel, and our capacity to strip away all that is non-essential so that we might awaken to the fullest and most extraordinary experience of life possible, no matter what we face, no matter what we're going through. So to conclude, we're at about 15 minutes here. I want to conclude with a blessing that has been written down from a Native American teacher in the Pueblo communities of the Southwest, and it is simply known as a Pueblo blessing. So take a breath, settle into what is essential. Hold on to what is good, even if it is just a handful of earth. Hold on to what you believe in your heart, even if it is a tree that stands by itself. Hold on to what you must do, even if it is difficult or a long way from where you've been. Hold on to life, even if it's easier to let go. Hold on to this moment that we have together, even if I have gone far away from you. So, thank you again. I'm glad you joined me. We'll be doing this again tomorrow, about 12 minutes, at 12 o'clock Mountain Time, USA. Wherever you are in the world, please share this. And of course, send me your questions and comments. I'd be happy to stay connected and create a dialogue that brings an abundant experience of connection and life and joy, no matter what has been taken from you in these strange days. See you later.